Hot take, men are more oppressed than women.
Yes.
You could make a good argument for it.
There are ways in which
War,
men are
pretty
oppressed,
big one.
and I think those are also due to the patriarchy. Like in a society, you said this is a society built by men. So wouldn't you think a society built by men, would the consequences of that would be kind of men's fault? And I'm not saying that there aren't ways that
it's
men
not
are
clear to
oppressed.
me if it's their fault because they are men. Like,
It's not no individual.
A stronger argument to be made would be people in positions of power, regardless of their gender. It's not because they're men.
Look at who's in power. Look at who's been in power for the last 1 million years.
Okay, and?
There's a hyperbole. It's men.
Okay.
Because, I mean, we were talking about earlier with, like, the essay stuff in schools and, like, women essaying. That's, for instance, a position of power that women usually aren't in over someone else. In that position of power, they used it. So it's nothing about men's inherent, like, drive to hurt people or themselves. It's about when you're put in that position of power, some people use it poorly, and some people don't even know that they are.
That's cool, but I think men are more oppressed than women. What do you think about that?
Agree to disagree? I can tell you more, but like I gave out my point, and you can respond to that, or you can repeat your original statement.
Okay, so I guess I can back this up a little bit. So I think all feminist arguments just about oppression are dead on arrival, because all of women's collective grievances fall flat in the face of just one. There's many male grievances, but there's one in particular that I think absolutely dwarfs any and all of women's collective grievances, and that is forced military conscription. You can add up all of women's grievances together, and in my view, they do not. I know it's hard to make comparisons and it's hard to compare and contrast. Forced military conscription is worse than all of women's collective grievances. You can whine about it all you want, but I would say the suffering that men have exclusively experienced during warfare throughout all of human history is orders of magnitude greater than, as I've said, all of women's collective grievances, supposed and real.
When was the last draft?
When is the last? Well, the last draft was in the Vietnam War. And
then before that, it was World War II, right?
When did women get?
Oh no,
when did women get the right to vote?
White women or which?
All
women.
All women.
Super late. I forget the exact year, but it was white women like 50 years before everyone else, or before the last.
Is that
group.
true?
Yeah.
I'd like a fact check on.
Do you want me to do it?
On that. In any case, women's suffrage 1920, but women frequently.
Same for men.
Right, but you're saying when was the last? Here, let's talk about it. The Ukraine war. We can talk about the Ukraine war. So there's currently 2 major ongoing military conflicts in the world. We might be on the verge of World War III.
Yep.
And in the event that happens, women are not subject to military conscription.